Right guys, what I'm doing today is measuring up for some side skirts. Now, I've always had a vision of bringing the wing out to create some airflow down there. Now that's going to need some work on the wings, but I'm also going to have the skirts wider to match it all. So what I have done, made this template, and that will sit like that. That shows where my skirt is going to sit. And then from there, what I've made is this, a replica skirt to scale. So at the front, there we go. So that is a profile of the skirt I'm looking to make. So 50mm wider, brings it more in line with the wheels, not quite in line with the front wheels, but the track is so stupidly wide. Similar story coming onto the back. Holes in a slightly different place because the sort of internal reinforcement dictated where these could go. So that in there, that will slide up under the trim. That's how the rear skirt will sit. So as you can see, that is further out now towards the tyre, and what I'll be doing, I'll be undoing this, pulling the arch out and then making an infill wedge here. So yeah, that's the skirt finalised. See you a bit later. Just on our way down to the fabricators to pick up some side skirts. I've had them folded as a 2 metre length in 1.5mm aluminium, and then I'm going to sort of cut and bend and fabricate the ends. I've got a bit of a bracket system figured out, so you're going to see that in a minute. Right now, we're going to hit the motorway, get down to the fabricators and pick up some aluminium. I'm really quite looking forward to this. Well, this is pretty exciting. We've got some side skirts. So after an awful lot of careful measuring, centre to centre, 98mm up from the base, as per this template. Exactly 14.32 between them. So there's our centre line. That is 116 up. So I'm going to take this out, hole punch these centres and drill it and see how it comes out. So I get this wrong, I'm stuffed. That's one done. It's not too horrendous. Right, done a little bit more trimming. Got the holes in, got it cut to length. Let's offer it on, see how it looks. Bits at that end, nice and tight to the body. I'm over the moon with that. One boxy side skirt. I like it. Right, so what I need next is a mount. So what I'm planning on doing, is putting a little sort of bracket down off here with a single fixing in below. So it'll also act as like a positioner, so you slide your skirt on until it hits it. So I'm going to cut them out 3mm steel, hole saw, and we'll offer them up and see how that works out. Right, 4 matching brackets. This should give you a pretty good idea of what I'm going to do. So that's just held on there with a welding magnet. I like that. That looks pretty good actually. I'm going to fire a tack on that. Right, that's tacked on. Just offer this in. Seems pretty decent to me. Don't know why I filmed that bit. That's that one welded on. Big tack on the top. And there's actually got a bead all the way around underneath as well. I don't think you can see that. So that's on, solid, not going to touch it. Let's move on to the back. Oh, forgot to record that. Oh well, just did some welding. You didn't see it. Pleased with that. That's what I've done. I've marked where those brackets are on the outer face of the skirt. Got a centre line, so now I can just choose where I'm going to pop the fixing and drill through a whole lot in one hit. Same again, central below the tube, going through a 3mm first. And we'll run through a 4mm. And what I've been doing, just tweak the skirt back just a fraction. And we'll do it. There you go. Pop through this with a 5. Let's get it back on. Then I've got these 3-stage taps. That's a gentle one, then that one, then that one. So the drill speed down and go. So that's first one, second one. third one, which cuts the final thread. Then we go find a fixing. Right. Those are literally fixing there, same at the other end. Nothing fixing them underneath yet, but they are absolutely solid. Very pleased with that. That's good. Let's do the other side. So, same fixings I use elsewhere. Black stainless with a cup washer. So that's on. Bit of rubbish under there. Let's do the back. One skirt, solid. Right, so next up, I've got to make the inner support. So they're already fairly solid, but they're only supported on this outer edge. So, in here we have the inner support clamped up and ready to go. So this is going to be drilled and bolted up into the underside of the new sill. That's going to be drilled through there, and that is going to make it much stiffer. Right, so these have been pre-drilled on the floor. So now I'm going to try and just mark the body, and we'll pop it off and we'll drill it. Right, holes drilled. Pop some rivnets in. Right, sealant. Rivnet on. Sealant on the rivnet. Smooth. Done. Right, so that's on. Bit of a mission. Nice and solid, it's not tightened up. That will form the inner mount for the sill. Skirt is on, come underneath, and I have marked all of these holes. I'm going to take the skirt off, open these out to 6mm, take a bit, 6.5, and drill the skirt on each of these locations, pop a rivnet in and bolt it all together, and then it will be ultra solid. Some good old rivnets in there. 6 rivnets, done. The next up, because I'm bolting from that side through, I'm going to open these holes out. That'll do. Right, let's drop the skirt on. Just going to try and get everything in loosely before I tighten anything down to start with. Make sure it does actually all fit. So I just had another one of these, and I don't know what I've done with it. Borderline whether I've got enough, so I don't want to lose then. Right, and a little tighten up. Then we'll just give these a little tighten down. 1, 2, and that is fully mounted. So you've still got a trim in here a bit, but I'm really happy with that. Right, brief interlude. So just out here working, just about to start cutting the sill. Neighbour popped his head out of the garage, said it's a little bit hot out here. How cool is that? My neighbours are awesome. Cheers, Kermit. Right, back to work. Got to tie in this gap. Wing, side skirt, massive gap. It's all just going to float in thin air. A little bit of CAD. That is going to sit there. Right, let's turn it into steel. That wasn't too hard. That's going to line up at the front and all be welded and smoothed in. That'll continue the arch line down. Spray it black. Done. Well, that's tacked on. So let's whip it off and weld it up fully. Well, it's stupidly warm out here, so I haven't filmed the last couple of minutes. But that's on, it's ground off, it's all welded up on the outside, it's all welded up on the inside. Get some paint on it. Right, you lot, bit of an update. It is roasting today, but these are prepped and ready for paint. I've made some pretty ghetto makeshift holders. A bit windy out here, so I'm going to move into the garden and we'll get some paint on. Right, front end's on, skirts are drying. I might pop them back on a bit later when it's a bit cooler. A lot of people have asked me how I'm going to cover the front of the door here in this gap to stop the air just getting caught up. Now it turns out Audi already thought of that. Factory trim piece. That goes basically up in there. There we go. That is in. Now that is creating a really nice seal there. Happy with that. Right then, MOT tomorrow. Child's gone to bed. Let's get these skirts on the car. This is it. This could be it. Right, this ain't even funny. 7 AM, day of the MOT. It's done, I think. Let's roll it out and have a look. I'm a bit knackered, so probably not as enthusiastic as I could be. That looks alright. Next up, we've got G25 550 first drive. Wonder what that's going to be like. It's going to be exciting. Hope you guys have liked the video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Drop us a comment below, tell me what you think. Otherwise, I'm going to see you in the next one. Take care guys, stay safe.